Hi Libra, hi Scorpio. So today we're going to be focusing on your dynamic. Now this can be for any type of relationship, whether it be platonic, romantic, business related, it doesn't matter, okay? So we're going to see what's going on for you. So first we're going to use this deck here, this lovely deck, to kind of see if there's any issues or anything for each person. How does this relate to your situation, okay? So let's go ahead and start. So while I'm shuffling, I want to talk about the dynamic between Libra and Scorpio. Libra, you are cardinal air. Scorpio is fixed water, okay? So Libra, you're a little bit more susceptible to bending, being more flexible to what Scorpio may want or need. Obviously, you are the sign of harmony, so you want things to go cohesively, but you also are not, so into harmony that you're emotional. You're more logical when you do things. Scorpio is all about emotion. It's all about that deep, dark, dank spot of emotion. So they may be closed off. They may have trust issues. Anything that is something that wants to be hidden, that's who they are. And so Libra, you being, relatable, you want to relate to them in that level if you want to make this work, honestly speaking. Scorpio, you have to know that not everyone is out to get you, especially a Libra around you. If they really care about you, they really do, fuck with you. So let's see what's coming out for Libra. We got Greco-Roman. For Scorpio, well, we got a lot here with Scorpio. So Scorpio has a lot of unpacking to do spiritually, karmically, however you want to say it. So what I also wanted to say before I get into this is both of you guys have this warrior mentality. So Libra, you fight for truth and justice, and Scorpio, you fight for whatever the hell you really believe in. So I think this can be an interesting combination at times. I do feel as though this can be a really combative type of energy if it is not used correctly, okay? So I want to stress that. So Scorpio, you are heavier within your issues. It could be relating to this relationship, or it could be relating to just who you are as a person. Okay, so Libra, with this deck, this is saying that you have a deep connection with the Greco-Roman era, architecture, and all of that stuff. You also may relate to the structures and systems of which they delegated their people. And so I think this mentality is what rules you within this relationship. So you may be someone who's very into we both have to agree on it in order to do it. Very diplomatic. I feel like you're into the legal system of some sort. Fairness is what you're about in this situation. So it's nothing bad about that. Scorpio, on the other hand, karmic relationship is what showed up for this. So there could be a relationship other than this one, or it could be this one, that is affecting how you view this. So it's like you have some sort of deep-rooted pain that caused you to not really trust this person, or maybe it's a relationship with your mom or your dad, something that causes you to really not connect well. I cannot talk. Spirituality and religion. I think that you've been tested over lifetimes, or over this lifetime, of what you can trust. There's a lot of trust issues here. And it affects how you relate to this person. We also have transportation. So this is not what this card is about, but when I pulled this, the first thing I thought is you run away from a lot of your problems, which is common. But I think it's because you have so many issues with, when you figure out one thing, you realize it's because of something else. Once you get to that, you figure out it's because of something else. And so it's this endless rabbit hole. And I feel like it's because of maybe you've been on this planet many lifetimes, but it's kind of like you're having a really hard time understanding why you can't trust. And that's the biggest issue here. And it doesn't have to be with cheating or anything like that. It could literally just mean you don't know if this is the person you should commit to, just because of you don't know if they have the best interest for you. You don't know how to move on to the next phase because you're afraid to set up shop and start a foundation with this person. So let's dig a little bit deeper. So how did you guys start off? Let's see, how did you guys meet? Ten of Wands in reverse, Five of Wands. All right. So I think you guys met after a really tough time within both of you guys' life. I think both of you guys were either fighting to succeed, or you guys were competing against one another, and that's how you guys met. So it could have been in a work setting, but I feel like it's more about just life and really just going through the struggles. Some of you guys, I feel like you guys met after being released from jail or something. Like, it was a really toxic situation, but you guys met after that. Okay, so there's like, I feel like a lot of tough exterior here for both of you. Let's see. Hermit, Seven of Swords. Scorpio, you have a lot of secrets. You have a lot of like skeletons in your closet that I feel like you fight really, really hard to not let people in on or tell them about. And Libra, you may be the older person within the situation. At least you've experienced probably more out of life. And because of this, you've learned that, sometimes it takes being calm. It takes being a little bit more understanding of people, of situations. Libra, I feel like you study a lot, or you're a scholar of some sort. Interesting. So why are you here in the first place? What's the issues that you guys are having? Princess of Swords. All right, so you guys are having issues with spending time with each other, or maybe it's really difficult to spend time with one another, or it's just like you guys can't get on the same page to save you, any time or anything. So Libra, right now your issue is Princess of Swords. So I feel like you've tried so many things, and no matter what, you just cannot get them to communicate, or you just can't figure out what's wrong. You cannot figure out what is wrong about the situation. Scorpio, your problem right now is Six of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a transportation issue, but there's also an issue with health. There's also an issue with being able to move forward. You can't change your mind. Like, you're stuck somewhere. You're frozen in some past situation. You can't transform. You're stuck. That's what I feel. You're stuck. There's also this Eight of Pentacles situation. So I feel like that you being stuck is causing you to not be able to progress with this relationship, whether it's with having kids or, just commitment. You're having a really, really hard time, Scorpio. It's like you're frozen in time. That's the best way I can explain it with words. And Libra, I do feel like they are trying to figure this out, but they cannot to save their life. They're like, what can I do? Like, how can I make this work? What can I do? And I feel like Libra, you're kind of blaming yourself, but it looks like, according to the cards, it's Scorpio that's making all this an issue. So Libra, you have Ace of Earth here. I think your love language may have something to do with money and like giving and sharing, and and you're like, okay, well, I get you everything you want. You have everything. Why is this not working? Why are you always upset? Why are you never trying to progress with me? Scorpio, you have Mother of Water. So again, you want to connect. You want to believe this person. But for some reason, you're like stuck. Like, you cannot. There's something telling you, don't trust them. Don't do this. You already know how this will end. But I feel like it's not fair simply because you have not given them a try. So yes, you may have experienced some really fucked up shit. I think you understand that nothing is linear. You are kind of all over the place. You know what it's like to be emotional. You know what it's like to not really have control of your emotions. And Libra is here being more structured. They're taking a long time to get to know you. They're taking a long time to get to understand why you're the way that you are. I think they've tried giving you, things to make you feel like, well, why would I buy you this if I wasn't going to be with you for a long time, And I think that's just their love language, being Libra. And so again, you're trying to take it slow, and it seems like Scorpio, it's not about slow or fast. It's just about there's so much invested into the hurt and the pain that they have that it's really, really hard for you to even, like, the waters are deep, man. That's the best way I can say it. The waters are deep, and Scorpio's like, I don't think you can handle this pool. I don't think you can handle how deep this water gets. And Libra's like, try me. I have the rest of my life to show you. So it's a really weird dynamic. Like I said, that warrior mentality. Libra, you're fighting to get to the bottom of what the hell all of this is about. And then Scorpio, you're fighting to kind of keep them from doing that, but you also want them to prove that they're going to be there. So it's a really weird dynamic, but hey, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. All right, so for Libra, what should you do? What is your call to action as of now? All right, we got 2 cards for you and we got 2 cards for Scorpio. So Libra, you're on the right track. We got 2 of Cups here. The only thing that I would suggest is to be a little bit more sensitive. And I know you're like, what the hell? Like, be more sensitive. That's what I've been doing this whole time. Like, what has this all been for? But what I mean is Scorpio has a really, really big issue with connecting with others. And I just feel like you're being encouraged to see it from a different perspective. So this is where your cardinal energy comes in. Well, not even cardinal, but I would say your the harmonization. This is where that Venus needs to kick in. So it's like love can be expressed in so many different ways. And I think you're being challenged to show your love through expressing yourself, being more vulnerable. Oh, yes, being more vulnerable. So that the Scorpio can kind of connect to you in that level. Because I think they feel like you don't understand what I've been through emotionally. You don't know what it's like. And I think you do. I think you just don't, you haven't expressed it. So it's time for you to be a little bit more relatable in regards to this connection that I see for you. So it's like you're not perfect, Libra, but you have been doing a lot of work in this. But I think what you haven't tried is being literally emotional with them. Having a moment where you really sit and you're like, yo, let me tell you how I got through my trust issues. Let me tell you how many times people have hurt me being a Libra and me trying to be cool with everyone, and then realizing if you're cool with everyone, no one is really your friend because you're cool with everyone. Your loyalty lies with everyone. So it's like you have to just dig deep and be vulnerable in that sense. And I think that would change the whole dynamic for you, Libra. And then also with the Earth card here, take it easy, take it slow, don't rush them. You already have this one down. I think you've already started doing this, so this is beautiful. I think it will take you being able to sit with who they are and really just open up to them, and don't rush it. Let them go at their own pace. Now, if you feel like that's too long, then you have every opportunity to leave if you want to. But I do think it's going to take you being connective, relatable, seeing things from a different perspective, and also, maybe even crying in front of them. Like, that's what I'm feeling with this 2 of Cups energy. But take your time is the whole message for that. So for Scorpio, your advice in order to fix the situation, we have the Chariot. So we also have that Cancer energy for you as well. So I think you need to take a more motherly approach. There may be something in your life in regards to your mother that you still have not rectified. And I think this is having a lot of issues with you as well. Now with this Chariot, this is saying it's time for you to change up the way things have been going. You got to flip it around, okay? That's what the whole 69 energy is about. You got to see it from a new perspective, both of you. And specifically you, Scorpio, you got to change how you feel about shit. Like, I think you're seeing everything in such a negative way when it comes to your emotions. It's like, how can you have a secure emotional relationship if you don't even see it as a good thing? So it's like you want people to work to show you that they belong in your life, but it's like you won't even give them the opportunity to. So instead of shutting them down every time they try to come in, you gotta give some type of leeway for them to be able to walk through that door, to get through that gate. So here's the 9 of Swords for you as well. So with the 9 of Swords, Scorpio, you're really, really scared and nervous, and no matter how much you don't want to admit it, you're fucking scared, to really allow yourself to be opened up or whatever. And that's just something that it makes sense why you would be that way. But it's like, if you're going to give someone a shot, you have to give them a fair shot. And you, I'm sure, understand more than anybody, you've been through a lot of shit, right? So not to say that it doesn't mean anything, but it's like, if you already been through a lot of shit, and if you're going to give someone a new chance, what would be the hurt in allowing them to come into your energetic field? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've already been through things, that means that you can get through it because you're still here. So I think you have to really take that into account. Again, it's going to be a perspective shift for you. But I do feel like that's something that would change the whole dynamic of this situation, which is really, really crazy at this point. So now I want to see what's going to be happening. What's the outcome for this situation for you guys? So this is going to be kind of like the future of this situation. No matter when you're watching it, it's like, what is this all going to end up to? What is this going to come out to? All right, so the outcome. Wow. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like the emotions are going to be too strong for the both of you. Libra, I do think that you're going to expose yourself, be vulnerable. I think you're going to put everything out on the table and like, look, this is my truth. You're either with it or you're not. And then Scorpio, we have you here with the Ten of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you're going to be like, I don't see this going, in the future. I don't see this moving forward for the future. Now, this could mean that you just don't want to have kids. Like you don't want to do whatever that is in the future, but I do feel like you're going to end it, Scorpio. I feel like you're going to be like, I can't acclimate myself to your truth. I don't want to be a part of that. And Scorpio, maybe it's just you got too much work you got to do on your own before you really allow yourself to be a part of someone else's life. So it's nothing to feel bad about. I just feel like I don't think it's going to work out. Now, obviously this is a general reading. So, there's different outcomes that could be for different people. But just from what I'm seeing with this, I just kind of feel like it's too much. Like Scorpio has too much baggage. Yeah, Two of Wands here. I think Libra is kind of like, look, you either pick me or that's it. Because I'm getting tired. I'm getting frustrated. Which I feel like they have every right to be. And then I think, ultimately speaking, Scorpio gives their ultimatum and they're like, well, fuck it. I don't want to do this anymore. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Ooh, this took a turn. I think Scorpio is going to be saying, look, I only decided to do this because I wanted to have some sort of family. I wanted to have something concrete. Could even be money related. And then they're going to say, I liked how it looked. I liked the optics of the situation when we were together. But I don't have the emotional stamina to be a part of this. Now, Scorpio is known for not telling how they truly feel because they don't want to be manipulated. So they could maybe not really mean this, but I do feel like there's a sense of them. They tried to do this because they liked how it looked. Maybe they thought this is the way life is supposed to go. Like you get married, yada, yada. But I don't think that they really wanted that. And it's clear because they did not let you in, Libra. Like they would not let you in. So it's kind of like, Libra is all about the whole marital type of thing, finding your other person, balancing out the scales, marriage, all of that shit. And Scorpio finds someone who was about that, but Scorpio really isn't about that. So again, I think this was just a really sad tale of, trying to make something work and it's just not supposed to. But there's always a lesson in all of this stuff. Libra, you have wealth. So again, you're leaving with all of your things. I do think that you are someone who has a lot of things as far as money and possessions, but also wealth of knowledge and wealth of knowing, if they want to be set free, let them be. I think you definitely are leaving with more than you came in with, knowledge-wise, but I also feel like if you're having a divorce, you're not going to lose any money. Or maybe because you guys didn't get married, you're not losing any money. You're just leaving with whatever you came with. And Scorpio, let's see how you're showing up. Oh, Lord. Scorpio, you've been having so many cards lately. All right, so Scorpio, for you, we got abundance, okay? So you may walk away with some money too, like if you guys were married. But what I really feel like this is saying is you learned what it actually is for someone to show that they are trying to love you. And I think this is going to take you further than you think. Meaning that whenever you find the person that you're actually supposed to be with, I think that you're going to understand and put that same action towards the way that the Libra tried to show you, which kind of is fucked up because, it is what it is. You can't love someone if you really don't love them. But I just feel like it's going to come back to you, like kind of like karmically. So hopefully the person you show that type of love to next is the person that will accept it and show you as well. But Scorpio, this just wasn't the person for you, or Libra, I should say, this wasn't the person for you. I don't think they were emotionally ready or mature to be a part of the situation. So let's get one more oracle message for the both of you. Fertility. So all things will grow, through time. I think it starts from the bottom. It starts from your roots, your issues that you have not dug up. And it goes all the way until you're grown and you're a tree and your branches spread wide. I think this is the tale of time. The difference with when you're with someone who's already experienced, being in this case probably the Libra, someone who's already experienced so much, they know what they want, they know what it takes. And then someone like the Scorpio in the situation who doesn't have that same experience level, and honestly speaking, they want to go try new things, or maybe they just, the longer they're in something, they realize this isn't what I want. Just like with Libra, throughout time, you figured out what you wanted just by doing it. So it's a matter of just really understanding what growth is internally and externally as well. The tale of maturity. And I just feel like, you know, that's just what it is. So I really hope that this helped you. If you've already been in the situation and you just wanted to have some clarity on what happened, that's all that happened. So it's just one of those situations where it just wasn't the person for you, and you tried, it failed. Sometimes that shit happens. So I really do hope that it helps you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, you know where you can find me. Subscribe to the Esoteric Empire. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.